This calibration video is brought to you by Gooseneck Implement. Today we're going to calibrate a 640 flex draper for flex mode. There are a few things on the outside of the machine we have to go through before we calibrate in the cab. First of all, if we're going to be under the header, we've got to have the feeder house lock on so it doesn't fall on top of us here. We have to make sure that our auxiliary rigid sensors are pinned up. There are 3 black arms that, when in rigid mode, are actually hanging loose down here. We also have to make sure that the cutter bar brackets are not in, so the cutter bar is free to move as well. Right now I'm sitting in a S670 combine with my 640 flex draper attached to it. We're going to go through the calibrations on the command center here. So from your main kind of settings screen, to get to calibrations we got to go to the book and wrench, and then we got to find the calibrations. This says threshing clearance, we got to find header. There it is. Okay, this kind of gives a summary of why you're doing a calibration, but I'm going to hit the start button on the bottom of the screen here. Okay, I'm idling the engine up. The rabbit here. Okay, now we just follow these instructions on the screen step for step. So I'm lowering the feeder house. For the cutter bar pressure, we adjust that by this button on the console here that my thumb is on. When I hit that, it'll show up on the left side of the command center. You can use either the thumb dial or the plus minus on the screen to adjust the pressure. So I'm done adjusting the pressure. I'm going back to the header switch. Okay, flex mode is calibrated. We're almost done. We got one more step, which is called the fine-tuning step. Whenever we do a calibration, we have to hit this enter accept button down here to save the calibration. And this is the fine-tuning step I was talking about. So I'm going to hit next. Okay, now the header is going to jump up and down for this part. It's going to look weird, feel weird, but it's what it's supposed to be doing. Calibration complete. Let's go back to the home page and let's rock and roll.